Hello, we will look at the cerebellum here of people, or some famous people, or some people who might be familiar with these people. This is a very weak man, Shia LaBeouf, and Arnold Schwarzenegger is a very strong man with a very strong build, and he's very weakly built physically. But what's often overlooked, beside the overall strength, is the structure itself that we're looking at. And we will use the Epic pen to highlight the regions we're looking at. So look here and look here. And we see that the lower jaw of Shia LaBeouf here is moving this direction, and his is moving outward. So this is pointing inward, this guy is pointing upward compared to the upper lip. But what we also should be looking at here, besides this positioning, is this positioning. So this is moving in, this is moving inward, this is moving outward, expanding, and this is expanding as well at the same time. And they are, of course, connected. The reason why. We can look at the Wikipedia article if we want to have some introduction to there we go. Should reset that one. There we go. The cerebellum is Latin for the little brain. And it's the bottom here. You can see it here. The absolute bottom is like a separate small brain. There's a although usually smaller than cerebellum in some animals such as the marmoset fishes, but maybe as large or even larger. In humans, the cerebellum plays an important role in motor control, meaning muscle control. It may also be involved in cognitive functions such as attention and language, as well as emotional control, such as regulating fear and pleasure responses. But its movement functions are the most solidly established. Thus, the cerebellum does not initiate movement, but contributes to coordination, precision, and accurate timing. It receives input from sensory systems of the spinal cord and other parts of the brain, and integrates these inputs to fine-tune motor activity. Cerebellar damage produces disorders in fine movement, equilibrium, posture, and motor learning in humans. Anatomically, the human cerebellum has the appearance of a separate structure attached to the bottom of the brain, tucked underneath the cerebral hemispheres. Its cordial structure covered finely structured parallel groups. Yeah, we can see in the red hair as well. To get the point home. So we look at them again. We see that this is the little brain down here, and that Arnold Schwarzenegger has a much larger little brain than Shia does, and thus his motor control is enhanced. But he also needs the larger cerebellum due to his larger body overall. If Shia LaBeouf would increase his body mass, his small brain hair cerebellum, the bottom behind his ear, would need to expand as well. But it takes time. It's not just 1 month or two. It takes quite some time. It is also involved in appropriate social behaviors. So Arnold Schwarzenegger is a very cool dude, very social, even though his English is not fantastic. And we have the opposite. Well, he knows English from birth, but he's still unable to the basic socials. But on the other hand, he lacks the activity at that part of the brain to do those kind of stuffs. It is hard for him. We can read more here if we want to, but I think we got the main points down. The other parts we can go through, but those have other connections to other parts of the brain, which we will go through at a later stage. Thank you for listening.